Hey people, well, as for someone like me who doesn't actually have yet a PayPal or Patreon account, although I will soon, and I will donate and so on. And I just took a scroll in the Patreon account of someone whom we know is making videos about infinite source, truth, knowledge, and wisdom, transforming your life, and so on. I'm just not saying it because it's not a person name. Quartz crystal is not a person name. So just scrolling and then I found like words, simple words. But what was interesting is that these words have a fear vibe. Like confirm your sincerity by offering such amount of money first, to make sure that you are sincere in it. And just I wondered, what if you are not sincere in it? What's for instance, you watch and then you go and you don't appreciate what's the big deal about it? What's the big deal of you not appreciating? That would be like, is that a one-way street thing? So yeah, so she is offering something, or they offering something, and you're not repaying it back. Is that because of a one-way street is something to be avoided, or is it the desire that you must appreciate something that's a certain credit, it's something meaningful? It's a feeling, or it's a feeling, or it's a will, or what do you show by giving money? That's it. I want to say that the caring energy in giving someone money is much more powerful than the appreciation energy, or the gratefulness energy actually is less closeness of someone, of having someone. The caring is above. It's like meeting, for instance, when two of us will eventually meet, and then someone will, you know what, can I buy you a drink? Can I take care of you in something? Can I? The caring energy is more powerful. So, I was saying, you know what? Gold is nice in videos. No, I'm joking. Okay, I'm just using my other hand because maybe I wasn't. I will not be interrupted again, and I won't have to post the video. Okay, so I was saying that the caring energy is powerful in you giving a source spirit that's high frequency than you or low frequency. And I want to say too that the caring energy actually taps into the subconscious. Yeah, it can mean it goes through in both illusion and reality. In real life, you're helping and giving you're making a giving flow, which is high frequency, and it opens abundance doors and flows. You create another cycle of flows. So money flow back to you, maybe by more folds and by many forms. And the illusion about it is that when someone is feeling that they're taken care of, that may encourage them to heal some issues and feel belongingness in this new family vibe. And you find that you relate, you begin to find that you actually relate to people who soul connection happens with, and not blood DNA connection happens with. That's how it's like a bridge between reality and illusion. Okay, so actually, I wanted to share something interesting too. If you can find someone so powerful and yet sharing some fearful words or words of restraint to you or to them, and spending energy in saying rules and restrictions, that means actually even if you don't believe such things, you don't appreciate, you don't, there is someone out in the world which is powerful and happy by himself, who are somehow feeling fear because of you, being risked because of you, and feeling heartache because of you, and feeling some emotions because of you, and you have more power than us souls. Because we co-create, we are fully moving conscious energy and have cells which are connected in our manifestations. So yes, somehow we affect each other. I mean, was it harder for such prayers in back times along the history? Yeah, some children's were there, some no, but maybe it was harder for them because not much were awakened, or would the game weren't won. Here we're making it easier each day. I want to say to maybe source self-connection would say and send a message to someone to make the private video public video someday. And that's in order. If someone is afraid because they are not making enough contribution, calm down, you're not missing much. Maybe one day it will become public, and that's it. Don't send it out of you. Maybe someone else will share it. Calm down. And if you're not feeling such empowered, well, here it is. You can just read it again. Read this description Patreon on Quartz Crystal channel, and find out that your sincerity is very important here. You know? Primary matrix and removing conscious energy and the clone body and the program controlling or supervising what are happening, we may talk about it. Just say it's, let's make it naturally neutral. It's okay. I'm just calming you down that everything is okay and happens with balance. And we'll speak in maybe the next video or the one after it that actually we don't do we'll talk about that. Don't be afraid to not get the reward of something you didn't do the work for, because actually when you do the work for, your state of being change so you can enjoy this reward. Okay, the reward is not a reward if you are not in its place and you're not knowing it. In other words, the sensation and the state of being of you sitting there with $1 million falling upon you when you are so neutral, awakened, healed, and happy is much more different than you sitting there with $1 million falling upon you and you are addicted, drained, scared, love-hate dynamic needs to be loved again by those who hurt you. That's quite that's right. But it's not even believed on this. You just go for the journey and you succeed, and then you sit there and whatever you want just comes, and then you know because you have seen it. That's called believe it till you see it. And much more respected that not all of us are willing to take such risk. Just the only mental logical explanation to encourage you to do such a journey is that you are already taking risks by choosing something that's not good, because every fucking promise you get here in this illusion will not happen. Okay, do this in order to get this, and then you'll be happy, and then you go, and then it doesn't happen, and then a cycle goes, and then another cycle goes, and then a cycle goes, and then new stories come, and then new stories come, and never actually be fulfilled. That's the story. So that's a risk, and that's a risk, and you're choosing between two risks. That's all we shared here, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you for your attention, for your time.